What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Foxbody Garage. First and foremost, I just want to shout out once again to 2 Vintage and his YouTube channel. Guys, check it out. He does a lot of old school bikes and motorsports. He's a really good YouTuber. Props to you, buddy. And thanks for the shout outs on your channel. Okay, with that said, for all you new subscribers, I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing and jumping on board. And for all my loyal subscribers who's been through thick and thin with me for the last year or so, you know the struggles. And last video, we had a struggle with the rear end that we couldn't get the correct heel and toe pattern on the ring and pinion gear. And I found out from a buddy of mine, shout out to him, Danny. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate you, man. Let me explain to you guys real quick. Let's jump right into it. Okay, the deal was, as you can see, the rear's already closed. I just put the cover on. I didn't film it. Put silicone around it and closed it. Right here. Real simple. I use one of these paper gaskets on it also. So that takes care of that. So the problem that I was having that other people might have, this might help, it might not. The original carrier, okay, the overall preload, we'll do it on this one. I'll explain it to you on this one. The overall preload, which is when you put the carrier into the housing, the shims on this side and the shims on that side, there's got to be an overall preload. The original carrier, which is this one, had 2 of these. One on this side and one on that side, and it came out to be 540 thousandths. I don't know if the camera's picking it up good, but so the overall preload. So now when you put the new carrier inside the housing, it's supposed to be 540 thousandths, but with the new posi unit, I couldn't put 540. I couldn't even get the carrier in. It was too tight. So I took some shims out until I could get it in. And the problem is, it was too loose going in and out. When the carrier's in, you should have to pry it out with a pry bar. If you don't have to pry it out with a pry bar, the preload, they call it. The preload is too loose. So you got to stay within the number. So what I did was I went from 540 down to 532, and the carrier fit in, but it fit in tight and snugged. So I was happy. So we had the proper preload. So now what you do is you take this number and you got to put them, you got to make it work from left to right, but you have to stay within the preload number of the carrier. And that's where I was making a mistake, because I had originally this number too small and the carrier was coming, it was easy to go in and out of the housing. So that's where my mistake was. Without that proper preload from the beginning, you have to stay within the shim preload. And then you just go from 258 to 270, and then we went from 242 to 290, and then finally it was 237, 295, which gave me the right preload and the correct backlash. Okay? Once you got that done, all you have to do now is take it all back apart and get the correct pinion shim depth. Okay? The original pinion shim depth, was started with 24 thousandths. And it wasn't giving us the good pattern So I went up to, I think, like 38 or 36. I used 2 of them, came up to 36, put it in, we put it all back together, and we got the proper heel and toe and pattern and everything, and there it is. It's closed up, ready to go. Now what we're going to do, I don't know if I'm going to do it today because it's like 10 degrees and I'm freezing. And of course the boys didn't want to show up today because it was too cold, or they had to go look at a Corvette, I think. My boy Peter called me, said him and Mackie are going to look at a Corvette or something. I don't know. Instead of just saying it's too cold, I don't want to come up and hang, I think they're coming up with an excuse. Nah, I'm only kidding. They went to go look at a Corvette. I know you guys are watching. Don't worry. I'm only screwing around. So they said they're going to come up tomorrow. So tomorrow, hopefully, we'll get it in. And we're going to have to press on the bushings. If I could find them, if I know where they went, because it's been so long since we had it together. But I'm sure they're here because I bought them. So we'll figure it out tomorrow. And also I worked late last night. I didn't get home until like 6 in the morning. I'm an elevator guy. And it was very busy last night. I was on call. So for the short video today, and just a quick update, I came and, resealed the cover. All right, guys, enjoy. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell for all the updated videos, and until the next time, probably tomorrow we'll be back. Today's Saturday. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a little warmer. The boys will come up. We'll get that rear end in the car. We'll get the tranny in, and then we're going to work on the brake assembly and stuff like that. We'll make a separate video for that, and we'll go from there. It is what it is, guys. We're getting close. Once the tranny, the rear, the brakes, and I got to fix one brake line because I did it with a compression, which is not good. So I'm probably going to just bend new brake lines over the rear and connect it to the broken piece underneath the car, which I'll show you while we do it. All right, stay tuned. Football games are on today. It's 10 degrees. I worked late. I'm tired. I don't feel like doing shit. My hands are frozen. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day, and we'll see how tomorrow what tomorrow brings us. Peace.